So this is a video for young men from 12 to 15, but even to 16, 17, because I'm 18 now, and there's a lot of stuff that I wish my 12 to 15-year-old self knew. So I thought, why not give you the blessing of knowing every single thing that I would have done differently if I could go back in time? So the number one thing that I would tell myself is this: don't watch porn. I know all your friends are watching it. I know it's all you hear about. I know all you think about is titties. Don't watch it. Because right now it might just start off as a fun little game. It might start off as you logging into a website and seeing naked girls. But pretty soon it can turn into a problem that you didn't even know was going to happen. And sooner or later, it turns into an addiction that you have a very, very hard time stopping. And it can fuck with your mental state. And I know it's normalized, bro. I know. I know a lot of people say, no, it's normal. It's healthy, even. It's not. It's not healthy. So don't even think of watching porn. Be strong. Everybody around you, even your friends, are going to be like, brother, it's okay. Watch it. If you don't watch it, you're gay. Don't listen to them. You will thank me later. The second thing I would tell my younger self is to pick up a martial art. Especially as a young man, lots of our confidence and lots of our anxiety comes from us being weak, from us not being able to defend ourselves if something were to happen. If you've ever been picked on in school, which you might have, just like me, you'll know that when you feel picked on, it's when you feel helpless. You feel like you can't do anything. If you were to take up a martial art, that would solve that feeling of your helplessness. And I'm not saying go to your bully and punch him and beat the shit out of him. I'm saying that the mindset shift you have when you know you can defend yourself, that confidence that it gives you, is priceless. Not to mention the discipline that it gives you, the courage that it gives you, because it is scary to pick up a martial art and it is scary to compete. And it also can give you amazing brotherhood, getting to know people, speaking more while you're in the martial arts gym. Those are all things that are going to help you in the future, and you won't regret it. And as a bonus, you'll stay in shape. The third thing I tell my younger self is to get more into entrepreneurship. You don't really understand how little time you have left. You think that since you're young, there's still a long time till you ever have to worry about money. But that's not the case. It comes around pretty soon. And I'm not saying you should get into entrepreneurship from a standpoint of you being scared of the time ticking. It's a beautiful world to get into. Being able to learn a skill and offer it to the world in exchange for money is a beautiful thing to have, because as a man, your value comes from what you can provide. So imagine you start taking up a skill now. Imagine you start trying things now. The more you fail, the more you will learn, especially if you're young. Nobody, at least nobody worth respecting, will think you're a loser for failing, especially if you're young. They'll respect you for it. They'll say he's trying his hardest. And there's two ways that you learn things: experience, which is time, and mistakes. You have a lot of time left, but do you really want to spend 10 years learning a skill? Or do you want to get through it quick? Do you want to make all the mistakes possible, learn as much as possible, and master it by the time you're 18, 19? Because who knows where you could be if you master a skill, like sales, for example, by the time you're 18, 19. So pick up a skill that's worth having. The fourth thing I would tell my younger self is to realize that your parents aren't against you. I know they're annoying. I know they tell you to do your chores. I know they tell you that you need to get good grades in school. And I know sometimes it seems like you hate them and they're just there to ruin your life. But soon you'll come to understand that when you love somebody so much, it's hard to see them make mistakes, because you want them to live the best life possible. Now, I'm not saying that you should follow the path that your parents want 100%. If they want you to be a lawyer, but you don't want to be a lawyer, you want to be a computer engineer, you should do what you want to do. What I will say, though, is all those times you think your mother is nagging you, realize that she's doing it out of love. She wants you to do your chores because she doesn't want you to be a lazy bum when you live by yourself. She wants you to get good grades in school because she wants you to have a good future and for you to be able to take care of your family. She wants you to stop saying curse words because she doesn't want you to sound like an imbecile. So understand where your parents are coming from and appreciate them for it. And the fifth thing I would tell my younger self is that the biggest blessing that God has given you in this life is the fact that you are you. There is no other person like Jorge Rodriguez. There is no other person like whoever is watching this. You wanting to be like somebody else, you wanting to fit in with your quote unquote friends, you wanting to fit in with the groups that you're in, will only lead you to unhappiness. Because the beauty of life is that it's your life, nobody else's. So you get to experience and enjoy it in your own way. And all those little quirks, all those little weird things, I don't know, maybe you like weird things like picking apart computers and figuring out how they work. Maybe you have, a creative inspiration. Maybe you love art. All those things that you think make you weird is what makes you unique. And those are the biggest gifts that you have in life. So I'm not only saying be authentic to them and be authentic to yourself, I'm saying dive into them. Understand why you like that. Be like a kid. Have curiosity. Learn. Laugh. And really try to understand who you are. Because in this age, you will mold who you are becoming. So yeah, these are 5 tips that I would give my younger self.